After the employee had informed them of the information that they need to know about, even how adventurers would be sent out to search for them if they didn't check in after a certain number of days had passed, he finally approved for them to take the job. "Where are the horned rabbits located?" Kawa asked the man behind the counter. "If you go outside of the town and walk beyond the farms, you'll be able to locate them pretty easily. The number of them are pretty high," he smiled, likely having been asked the question numerous times in the past. "But make sure not to go too far out." "Why not?" Kawa asked. Ayaka felt curious too, not understanding why the man would say such a thing. She leaned a little closer in interest. "The farther you go from the town, the higher the likelihood that you'd run into a higher ranked monster. It's the reason why we have ranks included on the jobs, like horned rabbits being a ranked E. But the monsters that you could run into would likely be a rank D or higher," he explained, making sure that they understood the logic of his words. "So, the adventurers, taking higher ranked jobs, have to go farther in order to fulfill the request?" Marcia asked. "Exactly, but it's also the reason why they're rewarded with a higher payout of guild points, to factor in the time they're sacrificing in addition to the added difficulty of the job." The man nodded at Masio's deduction. "We'll make sure to not go too far." Ayaka smiled, appreciating how the worker had warned them on the matter. Waving to the employee, they headed to the entrance into the guild, each of them excited about finishing the job. "It sucks that we'll have to head back to switch out the horned rabbit for a bag," Mizuki sighed. Stepping out of the entrance and onto the main road, Ayaka agreed with Mizuki, wishing that the guild offered it as a service. Though, it's not like the guild doesn't offer a lot of things to adventurers for free, Kao pointed out. "I mean, they even have the training sessions so that we can improve our fighting skills at no cost to us." Making sure to stay out of the way of the wagons making their way up and down the road, they talked about their thoughts on the matter. As seen previously, there were plenty of people going about their day. There were even adventurers coming back, some of them holding horned rabbits in both their hands. It was clear that the adventurers were taking on the same job that they accepted. "How are the horned rabbits?" Kawa called out to one of them. Startled by the sudden question, one of the adventurers looked to spot who had asked. Noticing Kawa and the group of them, he said, "It's pretty easy." The guy next to the adventurer, also with two rabbits, nodded. "Those things are everywhere. Just don't stand in front of them." He raised up one of the rabbits and pointed the horn in their direction to make the point. "Thanks," Kawa waved. Waving back to them, the two adventurers then continued on their way, catching up with their group members. "Well, that's good news to hear," Ayaka grinned. Judging by the expressions on the adventurers, it wouldn't be an issue locating and hunting the rabbits. Ayaka was guessing that the monsters weren't as many as the adventurers made it sound like, but that it was just easy to locate them. With the number of people they had, and how many rabbits need to be caught, the fact that there were plenty outside the town was one less thing that needed to be thought about.